Rank 1. Falcon, the Falcon. The streets have eyes. Most of them have belonged to kids who aren't on the streets that many years and are still in high school. You start as 15 years old in a dusty corner of Sinaloa with a radio and a burner phone. You are the faceless eyes of the cartel. If then your job is literally looking at vehicles that are strange to see, or police patrols under the brutal heat for 18 hours and hoping that you do not mistakenly blink and let an enemy hit squad through before dark without being turned into a memory. Rank 2. The Puntero. In this field of work, a missed phone call is not only a mishap, but it can be your death warrant. As a Puntero, you will now manage a network of young Falcons while filtering through an avalanche of information. You can expect your phone to constantly ring as you coordinate the safe passage of shipments worth millions of dollars. The pressure builds up to the point where you feel as though it could consume you from the inside out. Not only are you responsible for the loss of any shipment due to ambushes, but the added weight of knowing that one mistake made about a military patrol could label you a snitch is simply unthinkable. When someone in the cartel feels suspected of being a snitch, they are just as convicted as if they were actually convicted. Rank 3. The Hitman. You lost your name and gained a caliber instead. You exchanged your radio for a rifle and spent many months training in the mountains to learn how to kill without remorse. You can now only be reached via the phone after dark and await either a disciplinary mission or get to guard an inventory in a safe house. You use an alias that puts fear into the local population. The men standing next to you cannot be trusted because every one of your partners is either waiting for you to get promoted or waiting for the order to kill you. Rank 4. The Sergeant, Sargento. You provide guidance to your men, but the cartel sees you as only an excellent type of cannon fodder. You now run a tactical unit of killers. Rather than simply pulling the trigger, you plan the hits. As money and blood begin to flow in great quantities, you quickly discover that you are now a high-value target for rival snipers. Every engagement with the military is like dancing with death, and you are constantly aware that if the political environment heats up too much, the bosses will throw you to the wolves just to silence the story. Rank 5. Logistico, Logistics Master. Genius moves drugs across borders, not drugs move themselves across borders. You are the genius who has moved from the battlefield to the war room and the brain that never stops working. You are responsible for finding cracks in the borders, designing narco-subs, or building tunnels for miles with lighting and ventilation. The way you come up with these ideas makes you very valuable, but it also makes you a prisoner of your genius. There is no room for error, and if one of your shipments is seized, you will have lost the trust of the big boss and will not be able to repay the debt with money. Rank 6. The Accountant, the Invisible Accountant. Earning billions is no challenge, but making them appear clean is miraculous. As the one who cleans the blood from cash and manages offshore accounts and cryptocurrencies behind a golden cage, you wear the best suits and live a lifestyle many would envy, but you are the black box of an organization. You have complete knowledge of where every dollar goes and who takes bribes, making you the most powerful person in any room. The fear of the cartel killing you to hide their secrets is equal to the fear of being locked in a hole by Interpol for eternity. Rank 7. Operador, the Corruption Broker. The deadliest weapon in Mexico is not a gun. It's an envelope of cash. Your primary role is to poison the system by sitting down with judges, lawmakers, and senior police to ensure that the law will always look the other way. You may also sell security to the cartel and buy silence from the state through lavish meals and deals made in secret. While you are in great danger of being killed by a rival, your only real enemy is the political wind. If a politician needs to portray themselves as a hero, you will be the first person arrested to prove their integrity. Rank 8. The Jefe de Plaza, the boss of your region. Welcome to your new kingdom. Just try not to die before you have dinner. You are now the uncrowned king of your entire state. Nothing moves without your approval and no business opens unless they pay you their appropriate tax rate. You have your own private army and can travel in an armored convoy. People fear you so much they will bow down before you. However, your throne is shaking. Rival cartels are fighting a war of attrition on your country's borders, and the supreme leader is using a hawk to watch all of your profits. He is just waiting for you to show a weakness so he can replace you with another king. Rank 9. The Lieutenant. The power you possess as the right-hand man to the capo gives you control over life and death, as well as when to wage war. With the power of a country, you still have no peace. Your name is on everyone's most wanted list across the globe, and you are not able to use a phone, take pictures, or have any form of relaxation. Instead, you are a prisoner within a bunker, running a multi-billion-dollar business, and cannot step foot outside to buy a loaf of bread without the risk of a drone strike occurring against you. Rank 10. The El Jefe, Kingpin. You are the most powerful drug lord. However, you can't even look out your own window because of your paranoia about someone trying to kill you. You reach the summit of your power. However, it's cold, dark, and empty, and filled with the ghosts of people you had killed. You control the lives of thousands of people through the use of your underground bunkers or your hidden mountain ranches. But massive paranoia has made you suspect everyone around you, including the people providing you with food, the people guarding you, and perhaps even some of your own children. You know how your story will end. Stabbed in the back by one of your so-called friends, a final confrontation with one or more of your enemies, or in a small cell of a supermax prison where you will never see the sky again. You don't retire from the cartel. You simply stop breathing.